before we jump in, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Listen, this channel is for people who want to have real conversations, no fluff, authentic, where we talk about money, mindset, and relationships and everything else under the sun, as long as it gets back to the money and how we can level up in life. Now, let's be real. Subscribing to this channel helps my content reach more people, which gets me closer to monetization so I can continue to keep giving you high quality content. Now, if you rock with that, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. Let's get back to the video. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube where we talk about everything under the sun. As long as we get back to the money, real conversations and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. What's good, family? What's good with it? How y'all feeling today on this glorious Sunday? Happy Sunday to all my people. Shout out to the ENG community. Shout out to the people that's tapping in with your boy on this Sunday. How y'all feeling? What up, Snow Bunny? What's good with you? What's good with you? You know, we had our conversation offline. You know, I know you've been MIA for a minute, but it's understandable though. You gotta take care. You gotta take care of the things you gotta take care of. You know what I mean? So I'm in all understanding. But that's what's up though. That's what's up though. Listen, we got a lot of topics to cover today, man. We got a ton of shit to cover today. What we got? We got to talk about the Chud situation. We got to talk about SWAT. We got to talk about Nicki Minaj and the whole Jay-Z situation. What else we got? We got we got a lot. Cheyenne Bryan, DDG, Ronda Rousey, the fight last night, that shit was wild in itself. And you know, everybody already has their theory, you know, their conspiracy theories about it anyway. So we'll see. So we'll dive into all that. We'll dive into all of that good stuff. All right. But before we get there, make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe to the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. All right. Because that's going to help the algorithm continue to keep pushing my content out further and further for more people to continue to keep reaching us. All right. And also, listen, Super Chat goal is $100 today. Cash App goal, $50 today. You already know how to tap into it. And if you want to become part of the ENG community, be sure to do so. I think the gold membership is $2.99. The silver is $1.99, and the bronze is 99 cents. So it's very inexpensive. All right. And also, like I told y'all before, I have added a new feature to the live streams. Now, when we get into some deeper topics, and people have something they want to actually get off their chest, and they want to be on the call, and they want me to bring them up. Here are the instructions to do so. So when this comes up on the top of the screen, calls in open, you must be subscribed. You have to put a minimum of $10 into the super chat. And you get about 60 to 90 seconds to get your shit off on the point. Nothing else, no disrespect, just to get your shit off on the specific point at hand that we're discussing at that moment. Nothing else. You don't get to dive off into a diatribe about something else, all right? So $10 minimum, must be subscribed. And of course, the more that you pay, you skip the line from other people. So if somebody paid $10 and you decide to pay $25, you skip that person who paid $10 and I'll bring you up first, all right? Cool? We good on that? Bet. All right, so I want to get into this first topic of the night. She says, I love it. That's awesome tight work. Yeah, for real. We tighten it up right quick. We tighten it up. What up, my dog? We tighten it up. So let's go ahead and get into it though. I want to go ahead and get into this topic. Let's get into this Swatch store situation, this AP and Swatch conversation, bro. People in Philadelphia, they have been going crazy because everybody's in the uproar about AP and Swatch, you know, doing a collab together, and they created this pocket watch. And I'll give my thoughts on. Let me just play this. Video, bro. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Let's just go ahead and get into it, man.
Prussia Mall early this morning. More than 100 Upper Merion police deployed to disperse huge crowds of several hundred people attempting to get into the mall before it was even open. We now know the hype was all over the release of a new watch collaboration between luxury brand Audemars Piguet and Swatch. Our Jennifer Lee with the story.
Upper Merion police were first called to King of Prussia Mall around 4 a.m. for large crowds, and police say that crowd size just kept getting bigger, with some people even trying to break down the doors to get inside the mall. They say this was all because of a highly anticipated new watch release. These are the crowds Upper Merion police were facing just before 6 Saturday morning. The video taken by Cole Reichert, a collector and reseller who is also interested in the new pocket watch release from Swatch. That's a collaboration with luxury brand Audemars Piguet, or AP.
I just woke up at 5 a.m. to go for the AP Swatch collab, and I am not waiting in this madness behind me. I will not be partaking in this release. I will be here watching for the culture.
Reichert, who owns Kicks Collective PA, kept documenting the huge turnout. This was just before 7 a.m. The King of Prussia Mall normally opens at 10 on Saturdays. Upper Merion police say about 100 officers were called in to prevent further damage, entry to stores, and looting. The mall also delayed opening until noon.
It was pretty expected. I knew that there was going to be a lot of people. I knew it was going to be really hyped up.
Fans say AP and Swatch announced the launch of the collab days earlier, with the first opportunity to buy globally at select stores on May 16th. King of Prussia Mall being one of them.
It's one of those watches where you get it to show success, and going from 10K to 400 is like a good price discount. So I think people just wanted that.
It's just ridiculous. I think that is just so unnecessary and out of control over a watch. Like, then now y'all not getting it at all.
Shoppers were allowed in shortly before the 12 p.m. delayed opening. Officers secured the Swatch store, where signs were up saying it will be closed for the rest of the weekend, and the new watch will no longer be sold at this location.
I'm surprised that they did cancel it because it wasn't too hectic, but there was also no organization to the release.
On its website, Swatch says, quote, "To ensure the safety of both our customers and our staff at Swatch stores, we kindly ask you not rush to our stores in large numbers to acquire this product. The Royal Pop collection will remain available for several months."
They retails about 400. They're selling anywhere from 2 to 2,500 right now.
While none were sold at King of Prussia, Reichert says those who managed to buy the $400 watch at other locations are now reselling them for about 5 times the original price.
You lying to me? You like, boy, hell no. So hold on. So let me get something straight here. Right? I'm trying to understand something. Can somebody please help? Give me some insight. I thought y'all was broke. I thought y'all didn't have no money. I thought y'all was out here struggling because of inflation. Somebody lying. Somebody lying somewhere. Somebody lying. How is the fact that soon as this collab hit about this pocket watch, they got a line all the way backed up, like it's a Jordan, like they going to buy some Jordans. Y'all already know how when the new Jordan releases come out, y'all already know what time it is. They doing the exact same thing, just to go buy 2 to 3 of them at a time. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they are able to buy more than one, or they just got to buy one to keep it pushing. But I saw a post the other day. Somebody bought one for $400, and they selling that bitch for $5,000.
What? Yeah. Man, hell no.
Wow. When I tell you, I said, there ain't no motherfucking way. Let me stop cursing. There ain't no way. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. I don't believe nothing that y'all say. Oh, we broke. It's hard out here. Life is hard out here, man. We can't do nothing. What about gas? What about groceries? I can't even buy groceries, man. I only buy 3 products, man. All of a sudden, bro, I ain't got no food to eat. You lying, bro. Y'all lying. Y'all lying. Because if you able to go to the mall and get in line to buy a $400 pocket watch, $400. Somebody lying. Where you get the $400 from if you broke? You got debt. You got all kind of bills to pay. You one paycheck away from being homeless. So I'm trying to understand it. Somebody make it make sense to me because I don't understand it. This is not making sense to me whatsoever, dog.
I was willing to pay $2,200 for the blue one.
Upper Marion.
And you was willing to, and look, and that's the crazy part. You still got people out here willing to pay the resale price. Dog, y'all, man. Y'all willing to pay the resale price. Nah, dog. Nope. 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 No. I'm not going, dog. I'm not going. I'm not going.
Police say one person was arrested for defiant trespassing and other charges. They say no one was hurt from this massive and eventful turnout. In King of Prussia, Jennifer Lee, Fox 29 News.
This, man, that's so ghetto. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's so ghetto. Everybody getting in line just so they can resell a watch for 5 times the actual price. Yeah, this shit ain't gonna last long. Everybody gonna have one. Everybody gonna have one. And then after that shit gonna die out. Watch, let me see. Let me look up something right quick. I want to see something. I want to see something right quick. What's up with you? Yo, look at this. This is insane, bro. Fam, look at this. This is crazy. How, Sway? People real did.
Take it out.
You gonna be the first to get the bus down?
Come back in 10 minutes. Come back in 10 minutes.
Black and white too? Yeah, I got black and white.
What you want for that? How much you want for that? Oh, what's that? Hold on. See me, I need 5 packs apiece. 5 packs apiece. Let's talk money.
Y'all ain't broke, dog. Y'all lying. Y'all in New York, probably one of the most expensive places. Y'all out there in New York, and y'all, man, boy, you listen. Nope, I ain't going.
This is getting serious, bro.
What's up? But people real deal. Dog, people real deal out here spazzing about this AP. They trying to be the first one to get it, so that way they can go and resell it for 5 times the price. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you feel about it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You might say, "Oh, you too good." Yep, I am. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You can kiss my entire ass. Not doing it, bro. Not doing it at all. But hey, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
So dumb. All right, so let's keep this train going, man. Let's move on to this next topic. I want to move on to the next topic. Do I want to go here first? Do I want to go here or do I want to go here first? Come on with the bull, man. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Hold on. Give me a second. All right, we back in action. Oh, that ain't gonna work. This right here. Oh, so low. There we go. All right. See what we got here. On that dog crazy and shit. All right. All right, let's get to this next topic. You know what? Do I want to talk about that? I think I do want to cover that because I was supposed to cover it actually. Let me see. Can't play the music, so I want to talk about this Drake topic. I want to get into this Drake topic, but I cannot play the video because y'all know how YouTube is. So I want to get into some. To be honest with you, I really don't need to. All right, so let's go ahead and get to this Drake topic. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it. I'm just gonna give my thoughts and opinions, and then we're gonna move on. All right, so let's get to it. So, for those of y'all who don't know, I'm pretty sure everybody already knows, but I'm just gonna introduce it anyway. Y'all know that Drake put out 3 albums. I think Iceman, how you say that shit? Habitas, and what was the other one? We bugging today. We are straight bugging today. On every level, I'm straight bugging. Forgive me, y'all. But yeah, he put out Iceman. What was it? What was the other one? Iceman, Habitas, and I forgot the other one. Y'all just somebody in the chat let me know which one it was. I forgot what it was. But he came out with 3 albums. Now, people are saying that there was a reason, there was a method to the madness. There was a reason as to why he did what he did and why he did it, right? So some people are saying that he put the 3 albums out because he wanted to go ahead and get out of the contract because another big deal is coming up. So he wanted to go ahead and push all the albums out. He wanted to go ahead and push it all out right now. Now, before I say anything else, I want to be clear about something. Maybe a year or so ago, maybe it's been 2 years already, somewhere around there. where there was the Drake and the Kendrick Lamar beef, right? Now, going into that beef, I stated that Kendrick was going to win. And the reason that I said Kendrick was going to win, I said because Kendrick is a lyrical beast. I said he's a lyrical beast. He knows how to play. He knows what he's doing. And I went strictly based off of that. I wasn't going based off of who had the most hits, who has the most streamings, who had the most whatever. I said strictly off of beef, like we're talking about, like we talking about that. Like we talking about that. We going bar for bar. We going hit for hit. Punchline for punchline. That's how I was measuring it, right? And I was like, shit, Kendrick finna destroy him. Because I wasn't talking about mainstream music, what shit was hot, what shit you can play in the club, what shit you want to say, hey man, throw that Drake on. I was never going based off of that. I was just going based off of the lyrical prowess. That's it. And so based off what I said, nah, don't get me twisted. Although Kendrick Lamar is a lyrical beast, he can make some hits too. And he has done that in the past. Right? I've said that. But you got some people who just can't see past, they just can't see past the silver lining, they can't look behind that curtain, so they gonna stay, they just gonna stay away from it. And so they were saying that Drake was gonna beat Kendrick. I was like, nah, it ain't happening. And so we find out. They fucked around to find out, and Kendrick beat him. And now Drake, went on his in a year, didn't say much. Went on his little hiatus, and he came back out with the Iceman. Everybody was in an uproar about it. Oh shit, he did put the Iceman out. He going, he hitting a couple of bars here and there, going at LeBron James, going at Gilbert Arenas, going at Jay-Z, going at Joe Budden. Who else? There's some other artists that he was going. Of course, he went at Kendrick too. There's a couple other, I think Rick Ross, he went at Rick Ross, just other things like that. And I can honestly say, as a fan of Drake, because yes, I still am a fan, even though I had to pick a side, and I picked a side when it came to the beef. I picked Kendrick. But as a fan of Drake, right? Since, since the singing Drake, the Drake with no beard Drake, the Drake with the low cut in the part Drake, you know what I'm saying? This shit wasn't that good. None of those albums were. They were trash. In my opinion, considering the albums that Drake has put out previously before, it's trash, bro. And the reason why it's trash for me is simply because it's not elevated anymore. You still talking about the same shit. You 40-some years old, man. You still talking about 20-year-old shit. Bro, don't nobody care about that, dog. Your audience, and I get it, you got a wide range of demographics. You got a wide range from women to men, from age groups. You got young men, young women, black women, Hispanic women, white women. You got all of the different demographics. So I get it, I understand, and I feel you. But you still got to evolve at some point. You've been saying about the same shit. So that was my thing. And so overall, I gave it a 6 out of 10. I gave it a total 6 out of 10. That's what I gave it. Whole 6 out of 10. Now, some other people, they gave some harsh ratings. They said it was a 4 out of 10. I said, shit, I was saying ain't that bad. But I gave it a 6 out of 10. In grace, just because it's Drake. I'm like, all right, I give him a 6 out of 10 on this one. You know what I'm saying? It's something. Put it like this. It's something that I would throw on. If I'm kicking it, you know what I'm saying? I'm hitting the highway, I'm in the gym. Bet. Let's throw that Drake on. Let's throw that Iceman on. We're going to get to it. Cool. We can do that. Now, is it going to be something I do every time? Nah, it's one of those albums like, I'm feeling like I want to listen to this Iceman. Let me lock in on this Iceman real quick. So it's a smooth 6 out of 10. I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 7 out of 10. I'm not going to do that. So there's my 2 to 3 cents on it. And to be fair, if the reason I'll give him some grace too, considering the fact that if he pushed out those 3 albums for that reason, so he can get up out of that contract and to get to a bigger bag, hey, I'm cool with it. I'm like, all right, bet. I give you some grace on it. It's like, all right, bet. So it was a strategy that you was doing. You were just trying to hurry up and get up out of there. Cool. I have no listen, bro. I ain't got nothing to say after that. If that's what it was. So if that's what it was, cool. But if it wasn't that, then I'm like, hey, bro, you bugging. You feel me? So, but hey, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about it. Do y'all think it's trash? You know, what do you rate it on the scale of 1 out of 10? Do you think it's dope? Do you think that he could have done better? Do you think it's mid? Let me know what y'all think in the comments, all right?
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Facts. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to this. I want to get to this main topic first because we got some other things we want to cover, and I really want to get into it. All right, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about this MMA fight, man. Let's talk about Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano. I think that's how you say her name. And Gina. I'm just gonna call her Gina, man. I ain't because I don't want to miss out and butchering names for a minute. Just gonna call her Gina Ronda Rousey. So neither of these women have been fighting for, I think Gina hadn't fought in 17 years and Gina's 44. You know, last time we seen Ronda Rousey, she was getting her face beat in during one of the fights. So she had to step away. She had to step away from the octagon for a minute. Then she went into wrestling for a little bit. So she just kind of took a little hiatus for a minute. And now she has come back because I guess it's one of those things where like she kind of missed it. You know what I'm saying? She missed it. And from my point of view, right? Before I get into it, my point of view is I think it was just a stage. I think it was a staged fight, bro. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So let's go ahead and get into it.
To set new standards, you know, for women's MMA and women's combat sports. What can you say about your compensation for this fight? And the number came out from the California State Athletic Commission, but we don't know if that's, you know, all of it or a portion of it. What can you say about your compensation?
My compensation? Well, I was compensated not just for my fighting services, you know. I also was promoting this event as well. So I think it's literally on the contract that I'm not supposed to tell people, but I'm very, you know, I'm very happy and very grateful. And you know, me and my husband are gonna go house shopping in Hawaii after this.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. I'm gonna be 110. I'm gonna be 110% honest with y'all. I think that fight was totally rigged. And I'm not big on conspiracy theories. I'm not. But that was just too that was too easy and quick. Look, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Because maybe I'm tripping. Let's watch it.
Out in full mount, ground and pound. Rousey looking for the arm, and already the arm, it's over. Mamma mia! It is just incredible. The most devastating finish in MMA history. And Ronda Rousey just took another arm hostage, and just like that.
Fam.
Boy, it's out the mud. We got Rashad McCown.
Listen, bro. Listen. I'm not going. I'm not going. 17 seconds, bro. 17 seconds. For the people who paid for that fight, bro, I know they was pissed. Two divas going at it. Big names in the MMA world. One of them who pretty much paved the way, because I think Gina was one of the first women to, I forgot what it was. She was one of the first MMA fighters to do something in regards to, as far as like women's fighting is concerned. But nah, G. That shit was rigged. But hey, it's cool. I think that was something that was a welcome back type of situation. I don't know if she's done. I'm not sure. I think she's retiring. Don't know. or maybe it's just one of those farewell fights. Like, all right, let me get in, let me get out, let me make some bread real quick. Maybe have me a quick little payday. I know for sure Gina. That's why Gina ass was smiling. That's why Gina was smiling. Gina was like, listen, even though it was 17 seconds, in her interview, she was like, listen, I wanted to do more. That happened a little too fast. So she might be back. Don't know. We'll see. We'll see as time progresses and time goes on. We will see. But that was, as a consumer of the game, as a consumer of MMA fighting, I'd be pissed because I was fixated on trying to see a battle, right? However, on the fighter side, I was like, hey man, shit. I'm here. Whether it's 17 seconds or 4 rounds or all 5 rounds or we fight to the end, don't matter. We get into it. We still getting this payday, so this is what we trained for. So however it ends, it just ends. However it ends, that's how it's gonna end. So coming from that perspective, I get like shit, quick and easy. I barely broke a sweat. Ain't nobody get hurt, no scratches. Hey, we got a huge ass payday. Let's go shopping. I'm with it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm with it. It's just like hooping. It's just like hooping, right? We go into a game. We prepared our tails off. We working our ass off, running sprints, running plays over and over and over and over until we perfect the plays. Then come to find out, we gonna play this team. We blow them jokers out. We blowing them out in the first quarter, first half. The score 60 to 25. So it's like, hey, we prepared for this. Cool. Yeah, we were practicing. We were practicing and perfecting our plays for a battle. But however, it didn't play out that way, and we are destroying them. So we kicking it. We're gonna take this easy dub. We're gonna chill out. We ain't out here exhausting ourselves. We know we ain't finna go into overtime. We letting the second and third string get in. We good. But it's all about the preparation. They prepared for it. They prepared for the fight, and the results ended up being, hey, and mind you, that's her specialty. That's what when she get in inside of you, you done. She can't box worth the shit. Her boxing is trash. The way that that little shit that she be doing, that little like a Timu version of how Mike Tyson used to do his shit. Cause Mike Tyson used to get down low as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But that shit trash. And then every time she throws a hard punch, she turns her entire fucking face. She like, what is that shit? You ain't gonna see no counter coming. Nothing. So, and that's how she lost her 2 fights, because she got outboxed. It wasn't because of grappling, she got outboxed. Because she can't box for shit. But she get you on the ground, you're done. You're done. Counts to Christmas. But hey, shout out to Ronda Rousey, man. She's still gonna be one of the top chicks to ever do it in MMA. So you can't take that away from her, regardless of her flaws in regards to her boxing. Can't take it away from her. Same thing to Gina. Hey, she lost in 17 seconds. It is what it is. She 44, bro. Ronda 39. So 3-year difference. No, it ain't 3-year difference. What is that? That's a 5-year difference. So yeah, it is what it is, bro. But let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think it was just do y'all think that Ronda Rousey is done? Do y'all think that Ronda Rousey is done, or do you think that she's gonna come back and or was this her introduction back into the MMA? Do you think that she's done, or do you think it's her introduction back into the MMA? We're gonna expect to see her in more fights, as well as Gina. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments, all right?
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Okay. So you totally missed the fight. You thought yesterday was Friday. Man, I wish. For real. I wish this was her comeback. You think it was her comeback? Huh? Okay. I can see that too. I can see it. But she's 39 though. How much? She ain't got that much time. Wait, what, she maybe got maybe 1 or 2 more fights in her? I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you, Fukari Ferry. I think this was just a big payday for him. I think this was just a big payday for her, so that way she can fight, get another dub in, get a payday, so that way she gonna become the person that's on the back end. She's gonna be the one investing into these fights. That's what I'm thinking. She gonna become an investor. But again, I could be wrong. That might be, yeah, her and Nunez. Oh yeah, I definitely would love to see that again. But I think in order for that to happen, in order for Rousey to have a chance, she need to find a new boxing coach. She got to find a new boxing coach. Her grappling game is phenomenal, but her boxing is her Achilles heel. It is trash. Yeah, or go the Joe Rogan route. Yep, she can go that route. I think there's a lot of opportunity for her. I mean, because again, you can't take away from her greatness and what she has done. What she has done, we can't take that away from her. Regardless of how we feel about her punching style, her arrogance and things like that. I do believe that she did get humbled a little bit. She got humbled a little bit. That's why she had to take that hiatus. She's like, nah, bro, I didn't expect that, because she was so far on her high horse. She was whooping ass. And then when she got her ass whooped, it was like, oh shit, hold on now. Hold on. Let me take a step back. Let me figure out what's going on. She's been doing a lot of competition reality shows. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, she's been getting her money other ways. Competition, wrestling for a little bit. And I think this is a good move, because she mentioned it in the video. She said, listen, in my contract, I got paid for the fight, for her fighting, but she said she also was getting paid because she invested in this shit too. So she had a big payday. She double dipped for sure. Had a huge payday on this. So shout out to her, man. Shout out to her. I ain't got nothing to say about that. You gonna get to the money, get to the money. I'm with it. You hear me? I'm with it. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. Make sure y'all tap into the super chats. Super chat is $100. That's the goal that we got for the day. And Cash App. If you want to Cash App $50. Cash App is $50 goes. All right. So let me put it in the chat, because I know some people don't even know what my damn Cash App is. Let me put it in. Give me a second, y'all. Let me put it in real quick. Cash App. I should just do Cash App, but either way, it don't matter. Cash App 50. Let me put tag on it. CDGR. Super chat. I might just have that going across the screen. That'd be a smart move. Super chat goal. $100. There we go. Booyah. So we'll just add that tick at the top. There y'all go, right there. Let me just add it at the top. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about Nicki Minaj. And this Jay-Z situation. Because for those of everybody who don't know, Nicki Minaj has switched sides. She went over to the MAGA. She became a Republican. And she has a lot of things to say in regards to Jay-Z, Obama, and other artists as well. So we're gonna dive into it, and I'm gonna give my thoughts and my opinions. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so Nicki Minaj. So she was interviewed by Time Magazine, and she had a few things to say in regards to why she went over to the other side. And she kind of went into a little depth as to about Jay-Z and Obama. And so here's what she had to say about it. So What she said the motivations Minaj offers during our more than 90-minute conversation at Mar-a-Lago are layered. She was disappointed by former President Barack Obama, she says, and frustrated by the expectation that Black entertainers would reflexively vote Democratic. Her lingering disillusionment is partly personal, a product of the company Obama kept. Minaj has a long-standing rivalry with Jay-Z, an Obama friend, rooted in her allegation that Jay-Z has tried to sabotage her career through Roc Nation, has entertainment and sports company, which she says has accumulated such concentrated power in the industry that many artists have come to resent him. I think, end quote, I think Jay-Z ended up costing Obama a lot, whether he knows it or not, end quote. She tells me, quote, lots of rappers don't like Jay-Z and were afraid to say it, end quote. Roc Nation did not respond to the request for comment. So that's an interesting point. I know we've been hearing that from time to time, like from people like Jaguar Wright and individuals like that in regards to how powerful Jay-Z actually is in the type of movement he actually got. And so, and further, is this the one I want to pull up? Let me make sure. Give me a second, y'all. I think this is the one I wanted. Yeah. All right. So in this one, after publicly supporting Donald Trump and the Republican Party in recent months, Nicki Minaj is opening up about why she became vocal in her support for the president. During an interview with Time, Minaj says a major reason that she was turned off to Democrats was after her home was swatted several times after trolls will call the police and trigger outsized responses. She requested time to sit down with the governor, Gavin Newsom, who allegedly didn't reply. And quote, he just completely ignored me with all the money I spent in taxes, she says, which is a fact. In 2025, Republican Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna offered assistance to Minaj, and it solidified the interest she had in the Republican Party. She even considered taking her support public. Quote, I was shocked, end quote. Minaj says the response to her swatting, quote, I've never seen anyone in politics treat me that way. That's what made me say that I don't care to keep this a secret anymore, end quote. No, I was fucking up on that. Minaj says she initially declined to speak out as she didn't want to split her fan base, right? So, quote, I felt that way already about him. Just that I didn't dare act like that publicly, end quote. Minaj says, quote, it's been ingrained in everyone's brain in the music business that we are supposed, get off my screen, man, that we are supposed to be a Democratic family. I just knew they would not let me, they would not like me supporting Trump, end quote. And so here's my question. Here's my thing about it, though. A lot of people were rocking with Trump, though, until he became president. What is the issue with that? Because here's the thing. At one point, I believe Trump was going to campaign as a Democrat at one point. But then he switched over and became a Republican. Not all of a sudden people have a disdain for him. I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to understand it. And I don't get it. And so Minaj also says rap rival Jay-Z was involved in her ideological shifts. Quote, I think Jay-Z ended up costing Obama a lot, whether he knows it or not. Okay, we read that part. Quote, lots of rappers like Jay-Z were afraid to say it. Yeah, we got to that part. Jay-Z and President Obama have shown a public-facing friendship through the years, from Obama inducting Jay-Z into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2021 to Jay-Z campaigning for Obama, which we already know he campaigned for Obama. We already know that. Many also say that a 2024 speech Obama gave supporting Kamala Harris, which encouraged Black men to vote for a woman president, pushed her further away from the Democratic Party. Quote, I just saw so many videos of black men saying that they didn't like the way they felt about that speech that Obama gave. In quote, she says, quote, they felt like they weren't being listened to, end quote. And I agree with that part too. And I agree with that part 1000% because when Obama did that shit, it's like, bro, well, fuck what we talking about then, huh? Forget what we talking about. Forget us as men, as individuals, as us supposed to be leaders and having to be able to think for ourselves. They didn't want to vote for Kamala. And then you had Michelle Obama, who started off saying, well, ladies, if your man don't want to vote for Kamala, if your man is voting different than you, go behind his back and vote for Kamala. What? What are you talking about? No, that's not what you're supposed to do in the first fucking place. I would rather you not vote at all than go and vote behind my back. Vote behind my back for somebody else. Now we can have a discussion as to why you want to vote for this person. We can have a discussion all day. I'm with it. Let's talk about it. Let's look at the pros and cons. What would best benefit us in our family? How would that benefit us? Voting this way versus voting that way. Without getting emotional, without oh, you a coon, or let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Let's see how we can move the needle here. And I think that was a big reason too, because I think what Michelle and Obama did, I think that actually hurt Kamala Harris. Because it's just, oh, what we talking about then? What the black man talking about? They ain't that important. It's only, y'all ever notice they care about black men when it benefits them. But when they don't benefit from black men at all, fuck them. Push them by the wayside. Real talk. We damn near expendable, bro. Real talk. That's how they treat black men for the most part. Expendable. You there as long as they can benefit. They're there as long as they can benefit from you. If they can't benefit from you no more, get him up out of here. Get him up out of here. I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all, man. But hey, I don't know what that situation is in regards to Jay-Z, and it makes sense too in the music industry. You know, you vote a certain way, you putting your money and your dollars and you're investing into a certain political campaign. I get it. I hear it. And it makes sense when you start to see a lot of these artists and they really pushing certain propaganda, you can already tell which side of the aisle that they're on. And so you just got to remove yourself away from it. And on top of that, a lot of it's in the contract too. So it's like, hey, you need to do this. It may be in the contract, or there's always some sort of blackmail going on. Listen, if you don't vote this way, listen, we're gonna tell you about what X, Y, and Z. We got pictures of you. So it's like, damn, now I gotta go out here and say some shit that I really don't believe in. I gotta push this propaganda when truthfully, I really don't align with this propaganda, but I gotta push it in order to keep this bag going. Nah, G. I ain't with it. But hey, shout out to Nicki Minaj, because I think she got her gold card. She got the gold card from President Trump, so she a citizen and shit. So shout out to her, man. Shout out to her. She doing what's best for her and what she feel is right. And she said it already in quote that she was already thinking this way anyway. She didn't believe in the views of the Democratic Party. She just couldn't speak out on it. But now that she's able to, that's exactly what she's doing. And she's also saying that she thinks that Jay-Z is after her. Not saying that he is, not saying that he ain't, but that's what she said. She said that she believed that Jay-Z is after her. After her house being swatted multiple times, and then she feels as if she kind of feared for her life. So But let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification, bro.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Right on. Let's keep this train rolling. Keep this train moving. All right, so y'all know who Chud is, right? Y'all know Chud. You know, the dude who be out here just starting shit for no reason, calling people the N-word and recording it at the same time. So apparently Buddy just got arrested for attempted murder. Yeah. Got arrested for attempted murder. So I'm gonna play these two videos and then I'll give my thoughts and my opinions on it. All right. So yeah, it's crazy. So let's go ahead and rock out.
Allegedly shooting a black man outside a Tennessee courthouse. Streamer Chud the Builder, whose real name is Dalton Etherly, shot the unidentified man during a scuffle on May 13th outside of the courthouse in Clarksville, according to the DA, who said Chud also accidentally shot himself during the confrontation. The 28-year-old has amassed an online following by filming himself spewing vile racial slurs, such as referring to black people as chimps, and openly saying the N-word to get reactions. In footage captured by Clarksville Now, Etherly could be seen tended to by first responders at the scene, where he began streaming his interactions following the alleged shooting. Etherly can be heard blaming his gunfire on the other man, who was black, according to witnesses, saying the man confronted and threatened him over his vile online content.
He said, "You start saying all that chimp out to me, I'm gonna hit you." He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him. He's still wailing on me.
Elsewhere in the 16-minute clip, the streamer can be heard asking authorities if he shot himself amid the scuffle, noting a graze on his arm. The victim was medically evacuated and is recovering in stable condition, officials said. The mustached antagonist was supposed to appear at the court for a civil case over unpaid debts, which comes just days after he was arrested for allegedly refusing to pay a $400 restaurant bill, even after he polished off his entire meal. Following the shooting, Etherly was booked into the Montgomery County Jail, while the local sheriff's office vowed those responsible would be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. Etherly has been charged with attempted murder, employing a firearm during dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon.
This is a WSMV4 breaking news alert.
Be quiet, be still, and let us conduct our business like we do every day. If you can't do that, I'll give you a chance to go ahead and leave now, because anybody that calls any kind of disturbance at all is subject to being in direct contempt and serving 10 days in jail and a $50 fine or both. I just want you to know that. We're not going to put up with any outbursts or any shenanigans today. Okay? Any questions? Okay. Here we go. State versus Dalton Etherly. And bring Mr. Etherly out. Good morning, Mr. Etherly. Good morning. You're here this morning, case number 26CR5295. You're charged in count 1 of criminal homicide, 39-13-201. That's an A felony. It's punishable by 15 to 60 years in state penitentiary. Count 2 is employment of firearm during a dangerous felony, 39-17-13-24. That's a D felony. Normally, that range of punishment would be 2 to 4 years in state penitentiary. However, by statute, this case is a charge is enhanced, and if you don't have any prior convictions, it's a mandatory 6-year sentence at 100%. Count 3 is ag assault with serious bodily harm, 39-13-102. It's a C felony, carries a range of punishment 3 to 15 years in state penitentiary. Count 4 is reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon, also a C felony, 3 to 15 years in state penitentiary. Have you hired an attorney yet, sir?
Yes, sir.
You have?
Well, I have Jake Finley.
Okay, Mr. Finley is here. You been hired yet, Mr. Finley? I know you have a prior relationship with him in other cases.
No money has changed.
No,
hands.
all right.
Just
So,
some spots.
So I'm going to appoint Mr. Finley right now to represent you. Should you make your bond and you want to hire Mr. If you make bond, you're going to need to probably hire Mr. Finley. I'm going to set this for preliminary hearing on the 26th of May. All right. They'll be inside the 14 days, Mr. Finley.
May 26th.
Does that work for your calendar?
I can double check, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Is bail set?
Not yet. I'm about to do that. I want to make sure he's got an attorney and all that stuff first.
Yes, sir. May 26th.
Okay. All right. Bond. Bond's not been set yet. General, do you have a position on bond today?
Yeah, Mr. Etherly is on bond on two cases, one from here, one from Davidson County.
Okay.
Pending a hearing where the court could be in.
It's stupid anyway. You gaslighting, bro. You gaslighting people. You just trying to set people up to steal off on you. But then when you fuck around to find the right person, now all of a sudden, just to get them riled up to get punch up on you, so that way you can get them and try to shoot them. Come on, bro. Come on, dog. You really think that shit was gonna work? And you recording it too? So they already know you already trying to set somebody up. I saw a video. I think I saw a video this morning with this dude. It was another video. He was talking to a bouncer, but it was like, nah, you can't get in. And it's like, nah, back up with that shit. So now he decided to walk away. He's like, don't chip out, bro. Don't chip out. And calling him N-word and shit like that as he's walking away. Then there was a white lady who had to stop him. Like, why? He was like, don't touch me, lady. Don't touch me. Well, why you didn't say it to his face? I did say it to his face. No, you didn't. He was walking away. You was walking away when you said that shit. And so now, we definitely said, we definitely called it. We already knew what was going to happen, bro. We definitely called it. We knew what was going to happen. And it's showing right here. Being stupid, trolling. You thinking that shit going to work, bro. That trolling shit only works for so long, bro. Until you fuck around and find out. And guess what? He got 15 plus years to sit down and think about what he got going on. 15 of them things. Man, you crazy as hell. Not doing that.
Form and make a decision based on bond factors. I respectfully request to be held without bond until we could have the hearing.
Okay.
So the court can make an informed decision. Right now, it would just be arbitrary.
Okay.
Setting the number.
All right. Thank you, General. When the court sets bond, if we have a bond, when we have a bond hearing, we'll consider TCA 4011-118. The overriding intent of that statute now is to protect the public interest and public safety. Mr. Easley's on bond apparently on
a grown ass goofy. Remember, I just told you, you that old gang.
Other matters when this matter was allegedly committed. I'm looking at an A and it really a super D, a C, really 3 C's and an A really for tracking kind of purposes. It's pretty serious.
Your Honor mentioned criminal homicide. I thought that was attempted.
I said, did I say homicide? I meant to say attempted criminal homicide if I didn't.
Okay,
I
understood.
thought I did, but that's still an A felony.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a bail.
I'm gonna set just a bond right now. After we have our bail hearing, then I'll let you make all the arguments. We can go through all the factors in the statute and see if that gets amended up or down. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to set initial bond at $1.25 million.
Yeah. Damn. Ooh.
Hold on, man. Hold on, brother.
Shit.
Based upon the fact of how many
getting up out of there. No, sir.
People were in the courtyard. We're here at the courthouse. And the seriousness of all these felonies and his bond status. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So the 26th at 9 o'clock, I'm sorry, the 21st at 9 o'clock for a bond hearing, and then the 26th at 9 for a preliminary hearing right here. Does that work for everybody's calendar? General, does that work for the state?
Yes.
All right.
Just for the court's information and Mr. Finley, the state is going to request and file a source hearing when and if there's an attempt to make bond.
Okay. Is there any objection of us taking all those matters up at the bond hearing on the 21st?
No.
And Mr. Finley, do you have any objection to doing it that way? That's the most efficient way, I think.
Judge, we'll try and have everything lined up for the court.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Mr. Finley, from you today?
No, sir.
All right. From the state? Okay. That'll conclude these proceedings today, okay?
Thank you.
We'll be in recess.
Go to your recess, keep your seats.
This what happen when you play stupid games, bro. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, bro. I'm not surprised at all about what happened here. He been out here trying to provoke people, try to get them to steal off on him, try to do some extra shit. This is what happens, dog. Don't let that social media shit get you fucked up in real life. Thinking that shit's cool, thinking that shit's funny, thinking it's all fun and games until it ain't no more. Now you figured out, now, oh, you finna have a field day in jail. You about to have a field day, big dog. Yep. You about to have a field day. This is what happens. This is what happens when you start doing stupid shit, man. Trying to be funny, trolling people just for the hell of it out in the street, people minding their business. You want to be stupid, you want to be dumb. And this is exactly what you get. This is exactly what you get, man. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Yeah. Ooh, do we want to do that? Ooh, let's talk about, let's go to Chicago. Chi-Town.
Right, there's a crack.
Let's talk about Chi-Town. Let's talk about Chi-Town. They saying, so listen, lawmakers looking to charge parents in teen takeovers. Ooh, I want to get into that. I want to see what that's about. So let's go ahead and lock in. Don't forget to support the channel. Super chat goes 100. Cash App goes $50. Let's lock in. Let's go ahead and get into this topic.
Down on teen takeovers in Washington, D.C.
So today, the U.S. Attorney for D.C., Jeanine Pirro, announced that her office will be prosecuting parents if their children are participating in these takeovers. Now, this is something some alders also want to do, and I had the opportunity to ask Mayor Johnson about it.
Parental involvement has been a noted gap in any discussion.
In a move to tackle teen takeovers in Washington, D.C., U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro announced her office will be prosecuting parents of children who are participating in takeovers.
The evidence shows the parent knew or should have known or permitted or failed to prevent participation, we're going to charge them. And if you drop your kid off and you fail to supervise them or you let them skip school to join the chaos, you are going to face fines, court-ordered classes, and possible jail time.
Pirro plans on charging them for violating D.C. Code 228-11, contributing to the delinquency of a minor. It comes days after D.C. Council approved a first vote to make juvenile curfew zones permanent in response to teen takeovers. Under this rule, police would restrict gatherings for minors and enforce curfews starting at 8 p.m. in those designated areas.
We have tried and been unsuccessful to move forward on legislation that I think would be beneficial, not only addressing snap curfew, but holding parents accountable for the crimes of their minors.
This is what Alderman Raymond Lopez said Monday when we talked not only about the latest street takeovers in Grant Park and Hegewisch, but teen takeovers like the ones we saw in Hyde Park and the Loop back in March. Mayor Brandon Johnson vetoed a snap curfew that City Council passed last year.
When does it get to a point where the parents need to be held accountable for their children's actions?
But parents do have to do more in this moment, right? But here's a challenge, right? And I heard directly from young people that for some of their peers, their parents are working 2 or 3 jobs, and that supervision is lacking. And I think this is when we as a village have to come together and surround these families and support them. But absolutely. Absolutely. Parents have to know where their children are. Parents have to be engaged. And we have a responsibility as a city to create as many safe spaces as well as economic opportunities for families so they don't feel the need to act out of their despair and to cause reckless and dangerous behavior to occur.
One of the potential solutions from some alders who are suggesting this is not only talking about holding parents accountable, but maybe even charging them with misdemeanors. Is that something you would support?
Not on face value, all right? I mean, I think that, we've had a time in our city's history where we incarcerated and fined and feed people.
At what point does it stop then? At what point does it stop then, Mayor Mohawk Johnson? When does it stop? Okay, cool. We understand single parent households, right? You telling me you can't get a grip of your kid. You telling me you can't instill fear in your kid. This is why we always say parents stop being your kid's friend. They don't need another friend. They need a fucking parent. They need a parent. This ain't the time to just let them do what they want to do, or because you feel in some type of way, or because you were raised a certain way, you're going to let them just wild the fuck out. You're going to get them wherever they want. No, absolutely not. You need to raise them the right way, teach them the proper foundations. This ain't the right thing to do, because now y'all are the ones that's going to be charged for your child's behavior because you did not properly raise your child. You weren't giving your child the same lesson that us 90s kids and 80s kids were being taught. Was listen, oh, so if John jump off a bridge, you gonna jump too? No, you better have your ass in this house at this time. 8 p.m. What you mean 8 p.m.? Boy, we was in the house before 8 p.m. Do you understand me? Before the street lights come on, you better be in this house. So when you outside having a good time, when you playing, no matter if it's summertime or a school day, don't matter. You better be in the house before the street lights come on. And 9 times out of 10, when daylight saving time or non-daylight saving time, depends. So when you get a chance, when the time is longer, because when I was in the South, you know what I'm saying, it would get later. I think it was around, around summertime, it would get later. So it'll get darker later. So we're able to stay outside a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? So it'll start getting dark around 7 o'clock. So about 7:10, them lights come on. Them start to come on. All right, y'all. Time me go ahead and head to the house. I gotta get in the house before the street light come on. And then if you know you're gonna be late, you start running like, ooh, let me get a little jog in, boy, because I'm kind of far away right now. You feel me? I ain't trying to get in trouble. And if you know you was gonna be late, you had to tell the friend, hey, Mom, Dad, we stayed out a little bit late, you know what I'm saying? Because we were trying to, this game was taking a little bit too long. We were playing basketball, took us a little too long, but I'm on the way home right now. I'm on the bike. I'm about to get on the bike right now and head to the house. All right, cool. We'll see you in a minute. And that was all we had to do. Get home before the street lights come on. I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. I knew parents and I knew kids back in the day when I was growing up who was raised by a single mom. One of those cats is my best friend to this day, raised by a single mom. Guess what he was? Guess what he was when them streetlights came on? In the fucking house. In the fucking house. He wasn't out there in them streets. He was in the house. Him and his brother in the house. Because guess what? Because his mom set the foundation. His parents set the foundation, letting them niggas know they instilled a little fear in them. Like, hey, man, do you want this ass whooping or not? Because I'm telling you, if I come home and I find out you out here acting crazy, if I come home and I find out you ain't in this house before the streetlights come on, it's going to be me and you. It's going to be me and you. So we knew what time it was. Even the kids who had those kids who still was able to stay out after dark, like, man, y'all crazy. I'm going home. I ain't finna get in trouble for y'all. I'm not. Because I'm going to be the one that's going to get a whooping and y'all ain't. Not happening. I'm going home before them street lights come on. So I see y'all later, big dog. You know what I'm saying? I see you coming outside tomorrow. What time? By 8 o'clock? I bet. Say less. I'm going home.
and it didn't lead to safer communities.
So I did ask Mayor Johnson about the snap curfew. He still indicated to me he is against one and argued Chicago police can enforce the existing curfew laws. And they also have the ability to enforce a dispersal order. So this is something that the alders obviously disagree with Mayor Johnson about. And this is something that Chicago police also disagree with Mayor Johnson about. But this is certainly something that we're going to be watching as well.
And do we know if the alders will be taking up snap curfew again?
They definitely want to, but knowing that summer is coming up, school is going to be getting out soon, seeing what happened
in the house, bro, in the house. Summer's finna come up. It's finna be hot. These motherfuckers about to get crazy. In the house. Curfew, 7 o'clock. Nope. In the house, 7 o'clock. In the house, 7 o'clock. Everybody lottie-dottie. If I catch you out at 7:01, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. In the house, 7 o'clock. And that's crazy. That now the city got to get involved in this shit because y'all parents don't know how to you don't know how to raise your kids. Your kids doing shit that they ain't supposed to be doing. You running, jumping on people's cars, you vandalizing people's property, and y'all think that shit fun and games. Y'all being real deal degenerates right now. Now I get it, teenagers are stupid at the end of the day. They're gonna do stupid shit. But at some point, there has to be some sort of common sense to know. Listen, I'm not jumping on nobody's vehicle, bro. That ain't got nothing. No. I'm not finna be out here in these streets fighting and running across the street, bro. I'm not trying to get in trouble. Last thing I need to worry about. Listen, I was afraid of my parents before I was afraid of the police. You understand me? That's how much fear they instilled in me. I was afraid of my parents before I was afraid of the police. Because guess what? As long as I abide by my parents' rules, I'm straight. I'm good. I am okay. That means what if I'm listening to them, that means I'm staying out the way from all the other bullshit that everybody else got going on. That means I'm out the way. Oh, son, you need to be in the house, son. You need to be in the house by this time. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. In the house. Good. In the house watching cartoons, eating pizza, playing Nintendo 64, while everybody else out there doing what they do. I'm in the house. I was able to walk home from school at the age of 8 and 9 years old. I was walking home from school, big dog. Walking home from school, and he used to tell me every time, hey, I don't care who it is. Don't stop and talk to no strangers. You always walk with somebody. And when you get in the house, the first thing you do is lock the screen door and you lock the main door. Top and bottom. Don't answer the door for nobody. Not your uncle. Not somebody we know down the street. Nobody. If it ain't your brother, if it ain't me or your dad, don't answer the door. Got it. Guess what I would do? I would do exactly that. Me and the good old friend, me and my good friend, we would walk home, boom, 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 get to my crib. All right, man, I'll see you tomorrow. I might come outside later. Today, but I got to do my homework. You know what I'm saying? If it's still some daylight, I'll come outside and I'll come down the street and we can hoop it up. Because mind you, we would get out of school, we'll get home about 3 o'clock. So it's 3 o'clock. So cool. I can get in and do my homework. Take me about 30 minutes to do homework. I had me like a little stack of some shit, like a sandwich or some shit. I'm watching cartoons, watching whatever cartoons is on. Probably, I think Doug Funny or some shit at that time. Boom. Doing the homework, eating the sandwich. I'm kicking it. I'm chilling, bro. I'm not doing nothing. I'm chilling. The next thing you know, I call moms. Hey, mom. I am done with the homework. I'm done with everything. I washed the dishes that was left in the sink because they always tell me, listen, if there's dishes in the sink, just wash it. Don't just look at it. Wash the dishes. Wash the dishes. All right, cool. Wash the dishes. I done my homework. That was cool. I got me something to eat. Is it cool if I go down the street and I'll go play basketball? Cool, yeah. She's like, all right, yeah, I'll be home in an hour. Go ahead. You can go ahead and go outside. Make sure you lock the door. Yes, ma'am. Cool. And plus, your daddy will be on the way home. Your daddy on his way home anyway. So yeah, you can go ahead and go. I'll let him know. Cool. Bet. Because the reason I couldn't call my dad because my pops, you know what I'm saying, he wouldn't pick up his phone while he was driving. So he wouldn't pick up. So I called the moms. So boom, lock the door, and I'll go down the street and do what I do, and I won't come back. So it'll be probably around 4 o'clock. So now I'm outside for another 2 hours or so. We kicking it, hooping, or whatever the case may be, and I'm back in before the street lights, bro. Shit was simple. That was lovely. And I was doing that at the age of 8. And mind you, when summertime came, because my brother and them went off to the military, so it's just me. I'm at the crib by myself. I'm chilling. You hear me? I'm chilling. The greatest of time. I can call mom. It be 9. I wake up at 7 o'clock on the dot. Call moms like, hey. Cause me and the homie, we didn't already plan the day. We didn't plan the full day already. I listen, bro. Tomorrow, look. What time you getting up tomorrow? I'll probably be up. My mom wake me up about 6 o'clock, so I'll probably be up about 6. Hey, bro, how about this? You come up to the house around 7. I'll call my mom, let her know that you coming up. Listen, bro, we can kick it all day, bro. We can play the game. You know what I'm saying? We can watch cartoons. You know what I'm saying? I got snacks and shit. We good. Cause we were the family known for the snacks. We always had snacks. And so we be straight all day. Video games, movies, eating. That's all we did. And then eventually we'll go outside and we'll go play. We'll go play ball. Cause that's all we did. Play basketball. Play football. Sometimes we'll play kickball. And then sometimes we'll have neighborhood wars, meaning like water balloon fights, water gun fights, and shit like that. That was life, bro. That was life, dog. That was life as a kid. That shit was fun. I don't know what these niggas out here doing. And talking about, they got single parents, the parents be at home. So what, nigga? I was staying at home when both of my parents was at work. Y'all need to instill fear in your kids. Let them know, like, nigga, it's gonna be a real deal problem if I catch your ass not being in this goddamn house when you're supposed to be. We ain't gonna have too many conversations. I'm gonna tell you once. I might tell you twice, depending on how I feel. If I gotta tell you a third time, it's up. And you're gonna have a bigger issue. Trust me, you're gonna wish the police came and arrested you if I get my hands on you. So you better have your ass in this house. Tell me I'm lying.
Can Hegwish over these last few days. They kind of want to do a temperature check, especially if more of these events are happening. They think maybe that will inspire some to change their vote, because right now they do not have the votes possible to override.
Man, Mayor Mohawk Johnson, he trash, bro. I don't know what Chicago got going on with that, man, but make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit the bell notification now.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these 2 videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Ooh, y'all, we got a good one. Listen. I know y'all got some shit to say about this, so I'm going to make sure I bring it. But before we get there, hold on, give me a second. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Stay tuned, because we finna talk about Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Oh, man. Yeah, buddy, we in here. Oh, we in here. All right, y'all ready to talk about Dr. Cheyenne Bryant? Because, boy, they on her tail. They are on her tail, boy, because come to find out, apparently the school that she got her degree from, that's no longer a thing. So now everybody's on her shit. Now I don't have the full story of what was said. I just only heard bits and pieces of it. So I think this is the video that I'm finna catch right here on the Breakfast Club. I think this is one where she just kind of tells everything, and everybody just been off the rails with her shit. So we're gonna get into it, and I'm gonna give my thoughts, my opinions on it. So let's rock out. Let me see. Hold up. All right, so I have a question. At any point during a FAFSA, will they give you a refund if a school shuts down?
Yes, they will. If your school shuts down while you're enrolled or shortly after you withdraw, you can often get your federal student loans discharged. You'd apply for a closed school discharge, which effectively cancels out your federal loan debt for that program. So you wouldn't have to repay those loans if you qualify. Just make sure you get all the documentation in order.
Okay, so what if you complete all courses and you graduate? Will they give you a refund then, even though you've completed all courses and the school then later shuts down?
No, if you've already completed your program and graduated, you won't qualify for a loan discharge, even if the school shuts down afterward. The closed school discharge is really meant for those who were still enrolled or had to leave due to the closure. But hey, if you've got that diploma, at least that part's locked in.
Interesting. So that means as long as you don't complete all of your courses and you don't graduate and the school shuts down as you're getting your doctorate degree or whatever the case may be, you are then entitled to a refund.
Exactly. If the school shuts down while you're still in the middle of your program, whether it's a doctorate or any degree, you can apply for a discharge of your federal loans. That's basically a clean slate on the loans you took out for that program. Just keep in mind it only applies to the federal loans tied to that closed school.
Also, just for clarification, if you are in the process of getting your degree and the school shuts down and they give you a refund, do you maintain or keep those credits, or does the credits get wiped out?
In most cases, if your school shuts down, the credits you earned don't just vanish, but whether another school accepts them is up to that next institution. If you get your loans discharged, it's like you never attended for financial purposes, but you can still request your transcripts. So while you might keep those credits on paper, it'll depend on a new school whether they count toward a future degree.
But ultimately, though, you still have your credits. Your credits don't get wiped out, even though you get a refund and the school closed down.
That's right. The refund or loan discharge just clears your financial obligation, but your earned credits remain on your transcript. The only catch is you'd have to find a new school that's willing to accept them if you want to finish your degree somewhere else.
So y'all heard it. Did y'all hear what she said? I asked the proper questions. So you have to be, in order for you to get a refund, you have to be in the progress of obtaining the degree. If you have completed the entire thing, you won't get no refund. There is no refund because you've completed the course already. So they wouldn't be asking you they wouldn't be telling you they'll give you a refund. And then on top of that, they would not be requesting to wipe out your entire credits if that were the case. That's cap. Not 2 years after, because you're expected to have a job by then, but if you can't find a job in that field, you might be able to file back in the day under the Biden forgiveness. Interesting. Oh, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Stop. This is what I need y'all to stop doing too. Stop saying it's hate. Nobody's hating. There's a difference between hate and seeing the bullshit. there's a difference between the two, and those two are not synonymous. They're not. Somebody that's hating, they mean they're envious of you. It's more of a, oh, why that person, why they gain all this success and I'm not able to get that success. I deserve it just as much as that person deserves it. They shouldn't get a look at her. She's not even that pretty anyway. Why should she get it like that? That's envious. That's hate. But looking at the situation like, man, I don't believe nothing she talking about right now. That shit sound good. She talking about she a doctor, but where the records at? What I don't like, how is she accredited? Where is the accreditation at? Where are the degrees? How can we prove this up? How can we prove that you're a doctor? You're calling yourself a doctor, so therefore you should have documentation that shows that you're a doctor. One way or the other, you should be able to pull that up some way, somehow, because I'm not just gonna listen to you because you might be giving me misinformation. You might be telling me that you this, but you really ain't that. You just telling me just based off of your own experiences. So therefore, you may be experienced in your own experiences, and you just giving it from your point of view. That's an entirely different thing. Nobody's hating on Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Nobody's hating on her. But when we see the bullshit, we call it. So don't try to tell it is hate. Oh, you can believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. No. We right here, another thing has been proven. You can't get no refund if you have already graduated. You already got your degree. You can't get no refund. Also, if you do decide, if you are going through the progress of getting that degree and that school closes down in the process of you getting that degree, yes, you can get a refund. However, that doesn't mean that your credits get wiped out either. So therefore, there should be some documentation or form that shows that you got the credits, showing that you were in the process of getting that degree. You just didn't have the ability to get it because the school closed down before you could. But you ain't say none of that. You said that you got the degree, the school closed down. FAFSA said they was gonna give you a refund, and that in order for them to give you the refund, they had to wipe out your credits. Where does that make sense? How can you wipe out something that you've already done? Make that make sense to me. The only thing that makes sense, because I did it before, is that certain credits that you take at one school may not be taken at another school. So you may have to take that course again or another course in order to get that credit back. What you talking about? Okay, also, is there a third party company that, so let me give you some context. So Argosy, I think that's a school. So that school ended up shutting down. Is there a third party that will hold the records and they will only hold the records up for 2 years?
Yes, when a school like Argosy shuts down, a designated third party, often a state agency or a records custodian, takes over the student records. Each state decides how long they keep them accessible, and it's often for a limited time, like 2 or 3 years. Okay. After that, the records may be transferred to a long-term archive, sometimes the State Department of Education or another entity, so students can still get transcripts down the road.
Okay, so there's still a way that they can still get those transcripts somewhere down the road.
Exactly. Even if the original school is gone, those records don't just disappear. There's always a process to get them, even if it means going through that state agency or custodian. So if you ever need that transcript for future education or work, you'll still have a route to track it down.
Thank you. No. Don't try to do that, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. You got doctor on your shit. That means you got a doctorate. Take that shit off. Nobody cares about what you are qualified in, the licensing that you get, and what you can be as a therapist. No. You got doctor. That's the shit that people are talking about. They're not talking about all the other things that you may be accredited in. They're talking about that doctorate degree. You calling yourself a doctor and you ain't no doctor. Don't try to do that. Don't move that goalpost at all. They talking about you being a doctor. And where are those credits at? Because we just proved again that you can find those records, even though there was a third party that they have. It depends on that third party how long they hold your records. Guess what? Those records still go to the state. So therefore, you can find those records if you really wanted to. That's what exactly. Food carry fairy. I can get all of my college records. I can go and find all of them. But I don't need to. Why? Because I actually have my degree. I actually have my college degree. I got mine. So I'm easily able to just get it and show y'all. Like, oh, here's my degree. I'm good.
Or tested as much is
Man, listen, bro. At the end of the day, nobody's telling you that you aren't a therapist. Nobody's telling you that you don't have your master's in, your hours in counseling and relationship therapy. Nobody's talking about that. Now, will people listen? I mean, some will, some won't, right? But what they're talking about is that doctorate degree. Just like that picture that you got right here that says that big old picture right there that says doctor on it. Dr. Cheyenne Bryan. That's the shit that's in question. That is what the people have in question. And so you gotta, at this point, you just gotta come to the front of the congregation. You gotta call a spade. You gotta call a spade, and call it for what it is, shorty. You ain't got the degree. You don't have it, so you use that doc. You threw that doctor in front of it because you probably had the hour and you like, you know what, people ain't gonna really, this might spark some debate. People gonna do what they do. They're gonna talk shit, and I'm just gonna get a whole bunch of visibility. I'm gonna make this money off of this shit. Because you could have said that from the jump, because you said that you had your degree. You could have easily say, you know what? I don't necessarily have it. If I did, I could easily go into the state records, and get my transcripts and show y'all that I'm actually a doctor. Excuse me. Or because if you did complete it, you would have that piece of paper that said that you completed it. You don't have it. Where is it? Or at least you could have said, listen, I was on the verge of it. You know what I'm saying? I was in the process of doing it, but the school closed down beforehand, so I wasn't able to complete it. I wasn't able to complete the process. That's what you could have did. But now you out here looking like a fool. Nobody cares about you cursing and talking about, I don't give a fuck. No, that shit ain't going. Don't nobody care. That shit's like walk off the shoulder. They still looking at you. They still looking at you with that side eye. And everything now, everything that you say now is they gonna take that shit with a grain of salt, and everybody looking at you like this when you start talking. Every time. So it's crazy, man. But look, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification, my good friend, because that's crazy. Let me know what y'all think.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
That shit crazy, y'all. Y'all hear me? Crazy. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy work. I don't understand it, man. Maybe it's something I'm missing. Maybe she might know something that I don't. She might know some shit that I don't, and she's like, you know what? This is the play. This is the play to do it. Maybe I need to find a scandal or something to blow my page up. But I ain't big enough. But see, that's the thing. I'm not big enough to have a scandal yet. I'm not big enough to have a scandal. I gotta do something that's gonna spark curiosity to get a whole bunch of people over here to get these views up. But to be honest with y'all, I really care more about the community, though. I really care more about building a community of people. Cool, the subscriber count is good. We're gonna get there. People gonna subscribe. That's cool. I want to build an ENG community, dog. I do. Because the goal is I want to have 100 members of the ENG community by the end of the year. 100. That's a goal. I want to be at 100 members of the ENG community. That's my ultimate goal right now. And of course, we're going to get to a bag too. We want to make sure that we get into a bag, doing everything on the back end, get into the money, because y'all are going to help your boy get to his retirement a lot faster than he wants to. That's the goal. Because I told y'all before, I want this to be my full-time thing. I want to be doing this on a full-time basis, not a part-time basis. I want this almost like a 9-to-5 type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Wake up in the morning, we talk shit with y'all for about 2 hours, and we kicking it and we get into a bag. That's where I want to be at. That's the ultimate goal, man. And then creating a scandal. Listen, Fu Carry Fair might have to create a scandal or something. Might have to figure some shit out to get some more visibility over here. I'm trying to get my promotions game up. And events, I have venues, just need something to throw. Oh, you got venues? Listen. See, this is why this is very important. See, this is why you got to push the Courtnee Edgar Show. This is why you got to push the Courtnee Edgar Show. That's why we got to get people over here. We got to get people part of the ENG community and then get people part of the Patreon. But I haven't been pushing the Patreon because I want to get 100 members first on here. And then I can get the people from over here to Patreon because I got a lot of game to give on the back end from where I started to where I am now. Now I'm not gonna sit up and say I'm on Anton's level. I'm not yet, but I'm building and I'm growing. I'm getting there, learning new things, and then learning how to do certain things. So I can get you from 0 to 2K. I can get you there. You know what I'm saying? I can get you there with the things that I'm learning. But yeah. See, you got venues and shit. So yeah, might need you for my promotions. Help you to promote the channel, man. Help me to promote the channel. You know what I'm saying? What you mean? That's what I'm saying. Who carry fairy? See, y'all be holding out. Y'all holding out on your boy. We could have already been at 10K right now. We could have already I think also too though, I think the reason why I want to get to 100 ENG community members is because we get there, that's a milestone, and then that's when I want to start looking into actually hosting the first meetup. I definitely want to do a meetup, but I want to hit certain milestones first because here's the goal. I'm gonna be 110% transparent with y'all. I want YouTube to pay for everything, right? YouTube pays for it. And so in order for us to do that, we got to make sure we're getting people here. We got to make sure that we get people to come over here engaging, people supporting, and then getting them on here, becoming members of the ENG community, and then being able to transition them over to the Patreon where we really can talk about other things and then give insight on the meetups, right? Because there's gonna be people all over where shit. It's people that's willing to travel to come kick it with you, just to shake hands with you, just to bump shoulders with you. And so we're able to do that. If we're able to do that, I think we can really build something strong here. And that's the goal. The goal isn't 1 million subscribers. We get there. That's dope. That's cool. The goal is to make 6 figures a month, though. That's the goal. Listen, but the first milestone, we gotta break 5. The first milestone is we gotta break 5 figures though a month. We gotta break 5 figures a month. That's the goal. That's the first milestone we need to break. Along with 100 members. Along with 100 ENG members. So that's the goal. That's our goal. So now that y'all know where we headed to. You know where we're headed to. You know what we're trying to get to. And if we were able to get to 100 ENG members, either 100 ENG members or we reach a certain, or we get 50 paying Patreon members. One of the two, either 50 paying Patreon members or 100 ENG members, and then we can start looking into trying to lock in a venue and have a meetup. Yeah, I was gonna reach out and plan things. Mother's Day took me out though. I feel you. You can always listen. You can reach out to me anytime. Let me know. Let me know what we can do, and see how we can help each other out. And I'm with it. Listen, I'm with it. I'm with it. Just shoot me a message after the live stream. Hit me up. All right, so y'all ready to go? Y'all ready to go to this next topic? And speaking of content creation and making money and trying to get to a bag and creating a community of people, let's talk about DDG. Let's talk about DDG. He's talking about how to monetize streaming on Twitch and YouTube, and he's giving some tips. So I kind of wanted to dive into that too, because here's the thing. A lot of people, even though they create YouTube, a lot of people don't understand the back end of YouTube and the little nicks and knacks that you can learn from actually setting yourself up the right way to make a lot of money. Because again, there's a lot of people who may have 1 million subscribers, but they aren't making a lot of money as they should, and they're leaving a lot of money on the table versus people who may have a significant less subscriber count, but their views are skyrocket and they're making a ton of fucking money. And there's a reason for that, because there's ways to do it. There's a way of structuring your videos. There's a way of structuring your platform in order to get the highest possible revenue that you possibly can. But there are certain tips that you can do. Those are the things that I've learned as well. But we're gonna see what other tips DDG can give us, and then I'll give us our thoughts and our opinions on it. I give my thoughts and opinions on it. So let's rock out.
1,500 turning to 5,000, 5,000 turning to 10,000, and 10,000 turning to 40. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm moving to LA.
Yeah. How young are you when this is happening though?
I was 18. Damn. 18, 19.
So, and that's from content you seeing. Is that monthly?
It's monthly, yeah.
So literally you pretty much lapping your parents' annual.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was paying all the bills.
That's when your parents out there pop locking and shit. Like
keep doing the flips.
Hell yeah, like you better get your ass out of college.
Yeah.
The fuck you doing sitting up there rotting yourself in college? So you knew, like at that moment, if my son was like making 10, 20, 30, 40 racks, but I would tell him like, yo, what we doing here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you going to school? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and you can go get your education. I'm not tripping off of anybody getting their education. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of education and a lot of degree and all that kind of stuff is you want to get into the work field.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have dropped out at that time, I wouldn't be here today.
Really though?
For sure. You know,
were you contemplating dropping out, or because if you say first, you was the first in the family to graduate, so there's a pressure there too.
Not to graduate,
I mean to go to college.
Yeah,
there's a pressure there too, though, right?
Yeah. So it's like I'm already motivating my whole family to go to college at this point.
Yeah,
then I'm gonna just jump up and drop out.
Yeah.
So I definitely thought about it, but I'm like, nah, I'm getting too much.
You trying to balance both of them for a second too?
Yeah.
It would have been a hot second for me though. I would have been like, all right.
Yeah, I started skipping school to
Hell
do
yeah.
videos because it just didn't make sense for me to be waking up at 8 o'clock, learning about something I don't care about when I'm making $20,000, $30,000 a month. You know what I mean? Like, I'm finna dip.
Hey man, at a young age, 17, 18, 19, and if you make it 20, 30,000, 40,000 a month, even 10,000 a month, it'd be hard for a teacher to tell me something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not a disrespectful person, but I'll be like, man, suck my dick. You know, like they be like, dude, you didn't turn in your assignment. I'll be like, yeah, I didn't. Of course I didn't. Like, at some point, man, does that become a lot too, though?
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't tell the teachers to suck.
Not like that, you know what I mean? But the vibe of it, though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie.
But not getting up and going to school at 8 is a low key suck my dick.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But I was like noticeably having more money than a lot of all the students in the college. Like I'm walking around with vape on. I got the electric skateboard, riding to class. Like I'm just living life. You know what I mean?
You were like, man, what the hell is going on with this dude? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So you can see it in your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Where are you at that time? Where's school? Where's home?
Central Michigan University.
Yeah. So at Central Michigan University, what made you say, man, I gotta get out of here? Because the content's working there, right?
Yeah. But it was just like, so what happened was I came to LA on my birthday, my 19th birthday. And when I got here, I just fell in love with it because I always wanted to live here. Like all the people that I looked up to in the content space was living here.
Like who?
Like
at that time,
his name like Boozy Tube, somebody named Mystic Got Jokes. Like I'm watching these people and they.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm not one of. I get it. Here's the thing. I'm gonna bring y'all in. I'm gonna give y'all a little insight about my thought process and how I'm looking at things. Right. Where I'm located right now, I want to be the biggest one here in the city. That's where I want to be. That's another ultimate goal of mine. I want to be the biggest one in the city. I want to be the one that has the biggest influence in the city when it comes to content creation. I just got to give him his props when it comes to like how Anton is with Detroit, right? I want to be that for Arizona. Cat's out the bag. I want to be that for Arizona. I want to be the big dog. When you see me, you know, like, oh, that's his city. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, that's where I'm at. That's how I feel about it. That's where I'm at with it. I want to be the biggest one out here in Arizona. And I've been had that sentiment since I started, right? That's where I want to be. I'm not talking about moving to no goddamn LA. I don't care about going to LA. I can drive to LA. It ain't nothing but a 5-hour drive. I can easily drive, or I get to a point in life where, you know what, I can just take a quick trip out here to LA real quick. You know what I'm saying? Kick it, shake some hands, rub some shoulders, bump some shoulders. We good. And I'm back over here in my city. That's where I'm at with it. I don't need to be out there in the city with these people, dog. I don't need to be out there in the city with them. I don't. Now, I will say this. I definitely want to be one of those guys who has a couple of who's in my phone for many reasons, right? Could be for business reasons, could be for real estate reasons, could be for content creation reasons, could be just, we just connected and, we add value to each other type of reasons. Could be many reasons, but I would love to, other big names that people are familiar with. I would love to be in contact with them for many different reasons, right? So I would love to have that, but I don't need to be in the city that they in. I'm good. I'm good. Like when you see me, you think the point I want to be is like when you see me, you think Arizona. Like, oh shit, yeah, that's the big dog out there in AZ. That's where I'm at with it.
Living the lifestyle that I wanted to live. So I'm like, man, let me go here for my birthday. And then I came out here with like an ex-girlfriend, came out here for like 3-4 days. And I was like, yeah, I'm moving.
What did you see in those 3-4 days?
I went to the beach. I went to Santa Monica. I stayed at this Best Western in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. And then I walk down, go to the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Walk up and down. This back before it was ghetto.
Hey, okay. Because that's where I was about to go. I was about to say, man, now that you're like, where the hell was I at? I trip up for people that come to Hollywood. I'm like, oh, yeah, you got it effed up out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see that, and you're like, man, I got to be there.
Yeah, because I'm from Pontiac. Like, I don't see nothing like that. Like, I'm walking up and down, I'm seeing foreign whips everywhere I turn. It's a Lamborghini, it's a Ferrari over here. I'm like, yeah, this is motivating.
Who do you come out when you go back and say, I'm moving to LA? How long before that first trip to when you were actually here?
Probably like a month or two.
Damn. Who do you bring with you?
I moved out here with an ex-girlfriend.
Oh, okay, so it's just y'all.
Yeah.
So you came out by yourself to create content. So it wasn't like a crew team.
Well, me and this girl that I was with,
right?
We was like doing content together.
Oh shit!
So then people like couples and shit.
Was it? Yeah.
We moved out here. Boom. That was short lived.
Is she still in that space now?
Nah.
Oh damn, she gotta hate you.
Nah, she cool.
I would.
She cool.
She a sub?
Man, yeah. Does she subscribe to you and shit?
I don't know.
She's probably hoping you lost at that wilding out shit. You know what I'm saying? She's like, get his ass, Nick. Get him. but so you come out here and it's like, DDG like, man, stop it, big. Like shit. Hey man, but when you come out here, you already know you have a purpose.
Yeah.
Did it start immediately for you when you get out here?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I just started making content friends, LA friends. You know how LA friends is.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
When you lit, you can have all the friends.
Oh hell
in the world.
yeah. Yeah, I know that GDD. I know that guy. Hell yeah. Oh, so you hip to the bullshit too? Yeah. Sure. You hip to the $3 bill.
Yeah.
It could be fake and phony, but that's everywhere though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when you come out here, you got your partnership.
Yeah.
When does that go astray, or however, how does that end?
We just wasn't seeing eye to
Okay,
eye.
so personal relationship stuff and business. Okay.
Yeah, we just wasn't. I was just overly locked in, and we just wasn't seeing eye to eye, and we was arguing, and it was kind of like messing up my locked inness.
Right. Yeah, hell yeah.
So I'm like, okay. Eventually, the arguments got worse and worse, and I'm like, all right, I got to step away.
Did it immediately start to look like when you moved out here, did you immediately see the success of it?
For sure.
Damn.
It was night and day. Like, if I wouldn't have moved out to LA.
Dog, shout out to, I don't know if he watching right now, but shout out to my dog Nick, man. Shout out to my dog Nicholas Taylor, because he was telling me something too, and this just kind of resonated with me. And he was telling me, because one day we was out at Torches smoking a cigar, and we were just kicking the shit, and just talking about how we gonna add value to each other's lives and things like that. And so he was giving me some insight about me and the things, how he observed me as what I'm doing. He was like, listen, bro, like, listen, dog, when you decide, he was like, I don't know if this is a calling for you. I don't know if this is something that he's like, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. He said, but I think the moment that you leave your 9 to 5, I think that's when your shit gonna take the fuck off. And I was like, I believe so too. But the only difference is I can't do that right now. I can't just say, boom, I'm done quitting the 9 to 5, and now I'm focused on 100% YouTube. I'm not gonna do that, because I'm being practical about what I'm doing right now. I'm building this thing over here while maintaining things over here on this side, right? So you will know, put it like this, you will know when I've hit the goal that I wanted to hit, because guess what? There will be signs. You're going to see different things. You may be seeing me going live a lot more often, or you may see me posting things, different things here and there a little bit more often. There are going to be signs. You will see a difference in the way that things are moving, or you may be seeing the time frame at which I do my live streams. You may see the time frame go from 7:05 p.m. to 12 noon, 11 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So you may see, there may be signs of you like, something different. He was going live at 7:05 p.m., but now he's starting to do this shit in the morning times. What he doing? What he got going on? You know what I'm saying? You know the negative people, oh, that nigga must have lost his job. Nah, pimping. No, dog. Nah, that ain't what it is. That ain't what it is. That means it's bad. That means this bad thing got bigger. We done took care of everything that we need to take care of. So now we ain't got nothing else holding us back. So now we can move how we want to move now. But yeah, he told me that, and I was like, damn, that's some real shit. He wasn't telling me that just as somebody that he knows or as a friend or anything like that. He was just being honest about the situation. I was like, you know what? That's some dope shit, bro. He said, block out the calendar. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to block it out soon. Y'all gonna see though. But yeah, when he told me that, I was like, I said, that's dope. I said, we're gonna get, I said, but we're building. I said, we're gonna continue to keep building until we reach the milestones. And when we do reach those milestones, because we are going to reach the milestones, yeah, it's gonna be different.
At that time, I don't think I would be as big as I've gotten.
Damn. But those are also, man, like there's innovative pieces that you do as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, because now I see, and people say, think
about it. And this is no shade, to them either. This is no shade, but I'm starting to understand it from the business perspective, and I'm starting to understand it from the content creator perspective too. Look at Fatty and them, right? Look at Team Fatty, Ilkan Ali. They doing numbers over there. Shout out to them. They are doing numbers over there. But I've noticed they go live a fucking lot. A lot. I'm talking, it seems like they go live damn near 2 to 3 times a day. They're streaming on Fatty's platform, on Ilkan's platform. It's like they doing multi-streaming, which is cool, right? I'm not talking about that in that sense, but I'm looking at what they're doing. They go live often throughout the day, at night. I'm like, they must be full-time content creators. Full-time. And it makes sense as to why they're growing so fast. They're exponential, and of course they get people on their channel too, because Fatty been in the game for a minute. He was doing Fight Club and all that shit too, so people already know him from that space. But he was still able to grow and tap into other people's platform as well and build his shit up. So and Ilcon shit too. So that's dope. That's dope. That is what's up. But I understand the fact of if they would have had the 9 to 5, I think they still would be growing, but they wouldn't be growing as exponentially fast. So it's kind of like my case right now, right? Because I have the 9 to 5, you know, I'm not going live 3 to 4 times a day. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 days that I have 3 days that I have set that we go live, right? And then I just post a video every other day because I was doing it every day, but I realized the level that I'm at right now, it's not getting me the views that I need for my channel. So I had to do every other day, reconfigure some things in order to start seeing the results that I need to see.
At one point, people got into podcasts and you start seeing a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, I remember Big Boy being big. But to be honest with you, I've gotten used to him being small now. But I think it was just so that weight loss was so drastic to the point like, damn, bro. Now you sick? But now I've gotten used to the face. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've gotten used to it. But his interviews are always legit and a great way to get new fans. That's a fact. That's a fact. I've been on MTR's live a few times and a few smaller channels, but I need to go on more channels. No, I agree. I've been on, I've seen MTR's. MTR has done a lot too. He's been in the game, what, 6 years, 8 years? And that's the thing too, though, man. Those cats they've been in the game for a minute though. So it makes sense why they're up there like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm only 2 years in.
Now, are you starting to see a lot more streaming?
For sure.
Oh my God, bro.
But I think it's cool for the culture because it's bringing fans to watch streamers.
Right.
Like the average person don't watch streams. They just see clips.
Facts.
But like, as like they favorite people start getting into it, they're going to get interested. And then when they people in their stream, they're going to go discover other people like myself or whoever else. So I think it's good for the industry, but
I do too.
You know, eventually everybody gonna fizzle out. I know it's like oversaturated right now, but the people that's not really sitting on here for hours and hours and hours, they ain't gonna be successful.
Hey man, when you look at the content of it though, how much are you on per day? Like, what's your commitment, or does it vary?
It just depends. Like I done got on stream for 4 minutes before.
Okay,
you know, I done got on there for 5 minutes just to like tap in. Like my thing is, I always like to, if you know that, let's just say you like Starbucks, right? You know Starbucks is open every day. You don't know when it's going to be open, but you know it's open every single day. Some Starbucks open till 11, some Starbucks open to 10, but you know it's open, right? So as long as you able to go get your coffee that day, you're going to keep coming back.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just tell them like, I'm going to be on every day, even if I get on for 5 minutes. 4 minutes, boom, boom, boom. But usually it's like 4 hours. It'd be like 8 hours.
Damn.
It's like a real shift.
And you just, and at some point it's either kicking and walking around, lifestyle, whatever it may be.
Little backpack.
Yeah.
Backpack thing. That's how you able to like go out in the real world. It's like vlog.
How long with your partner that got the backpack on? How long does that battery last? Or how often do
like,
we all taking notes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I think that
this isn't an interview. This is a seminar.
One battery, like 4 hours. But
really
got
though?
A bunch of batteries.
Is there a protective plate in that? Because that's Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
Is there a protective plate, or you don't care about homie catching something?
Nah.
Radioactive. Yeah, that motherfucker. Yeah. Put a burrito next to him. Shit just heat up.
Be a Ninja Turtle in a month.
Hell yeah.
He do get coffee though.
That's right. Do you ever put it on yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, he was like, hell no, man.
No, it's cool. Like I know how to use it just like you know how to use it.
Yeah. So how many people do you have that backpack? Or is he the guy? Backpack, camera, like?
Sometimes it'd be other people, but mostly him.
I heard that.
It's cool.
So you got to find the right crew. Like I said, this ain't an interview. This is a seminar. I'm right. We don't write all this shit down.
Yeah.
If I'm not successful by next year, it's blame it on me.
Yeah.
So you go on every day to make sure that there's content each and every day.
Yep.
And then, man, you see now where even with award shows or something, like the dollars are going to streaming content, social media, like, you know what I'm saying? Like people aren't sitting up a lot of times. I mean, there's still dollars in advertising, but people aren't sitting up and spending their money, their budgets like how we used to see, like, oh, you know, such and such show is coming on. I'm going to put my money there when the eyes are really, you can see the eyes that's watching you.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of those checks?
Well, like just like companies, like brand deals and stuff. Yeah. It depends on like, I don't know. I never been like a super brandy type of dude. I don't know why, but sometimes it bring me back to the TJ Maxx days where I'm working for somebody. Like I don't like sending pictures in. Oh, is this a good picture? No, redo it. Like
right.
I don't know. Maybe
or
that's
checking
me.
in like the corporate. It feels too corporate America.
Yeah, I don't like to be overly too business with stuff unless it's like it really makes sense and it's like a brand that I really like. You know?
Yeah, that's another thing too that we're working on too. Man, you know what? I didn't realize how many things I actually got going on, bro. I got a lot of things going on. I got a lot of things in the works. I got a lot of things that I'm working on that we're trying to figure out and we're trying to align and really iron out some details with, because I got some people that we about to focus on really trying to gauge local brands, you know what I'm saying, local companies who out here looking to get some visibility on their product and they're willing to pay. I'm not doing free products. I'm not doing free promotion. I'm not. And the reason I'm not doing free promotion is because the value at which that we're going to be bringing, the visibility that we're going to be bringing to as this channel continues to grow, because I'm looking at long-term partnerships. I'm not looking for a one-off situation. I'm looking for something that's going to be concrete. We're going to be able to lock it in and we're going to be able to grow over time. We're going to be able to grow with each other and grow together. That's what we're looking for right now. So I got some people that's working. I got somebody that's working on that right now. That's going to be doing that on the back end. So that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope in itself. But and the biggest thing is too though, I don't need multiple brands. I just need one brand that's going to be able, that's going, you know what I'm saying, that's going to spread the wealth, and we're going to keep this thing rolling. That's how we focus on proper alignment, long-term partnership, and we continue to grow this thing together. That's what we're working on.
Right.
But for the most part, I just be on here streaming.
Let me ask you this, man. And this is me really wanting to know. There's a naivete and an innocence to a lot of the questions I'm going to ask, right? How does one get paid streaming? I know that probably may sound very basic, but
no, it's cool. It's through ads. Like ads, and people like subscribe. Right. It's like $5 to subscribe or like $7 or whatever. Twitch take a little bit of money off the top, but that's how you get paid, off ads.
And it's monthly subscribers. Right. How many subscribers do you have? Can you share that or?
Yeah.
Okay.
The most I ever had was like 70,000, like 75,000.
And they pay like $5 to $7 a month? And then there's other dollars on top of that?
Yeah, you get ad revenue. Yeah. But now I got like 12 or something like that.
12 what, thousand? How does that fluctuate?
Every month the subs go away.
Right.
So say you sub right now, unless you renew, it go away.
Yeah.
So do you have to do something to bring people back? Like my man Ty Hollywood, that DJ with you, right?
Yeah.
Ty is like, big, you leaving money on the table. I'm like, well, man, where the table? You know what I'm saying? Like, he like, man, the table right here. Ty a good dude too, man. That you got a solid brother out there with you too.
Yeah.
But so the subs and everything is how you get down, and then there's the ads.
Yep.
And you say you make more in a month. You told academics, and that was last year. When you say you make more in a month than you did for your entire Epic recording deal.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know how you get your advances.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I spent that.
Oh yeah. But you don't need an advance now. Huh?
Nah, I don't.
Jesus Christ.
It's cool though. I like advances.
Right. He's like, man, I like money, big. Don't get it messed up. I could you can live with it and you can live without it too, though. Is there a next move that you feel is coming with streaming? Because now I'm looking at Ryan Garcia streaming. You know, of course, Dean got Broner in it now. I see
Jackson.
Rampage said he make more for streaming than he did in his entire UFC and MMA career.
Yeah.
I want that story.
I mean, shoot.
I want that story for me where I can say, man, I made more from streaming than I did in radio. Yeah.
It just take a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it is. But I think the more people start crossing over to media, like Like, for instance, with me doing this tour and live streaming, me doing sound check, running into fans, going on stage, showing like the whole process behind touring, is bridging that gap between like streaming and traditional media.
Yep.
So I feel like the more when streamers do that, like we need to see like Kevin Hart in his trailer. You know what I mean? We need to see like The Rock practicing his lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we
like
need to
let us
see-
behind.
Yeah,
Like
we see shit like that. I think it's gonna bridge that gap for streaming and traditional
That's
media to
genius,
the point
bro.
where, you know, it's like, okay, now it's all one.
because
it's like
people
separated now.
people do want to look behind the curtain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we even get people DDG that come in here, and this room in that corner is so known that people come in and they're like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they
If y'all haven't noticed, I'm starting to bridge that gap too. Because what I started doing as well, I started to actually do live streams from my phone. Right. So if I'm out kicking it, you know, I'm out smoking a cigar or something like that, I'll go live on YouTube on the phone, just kicking it before the actual live stream or whatever. Just showing, just kind of bringing you into the world that y'all just always seeing me behind the desk, talking about different topics. Now you just kicking it with me like we on the porch, right? So that's what I've been doing as well. I may start, you know what? I might bring in a little bit of the IRL, so to speak, vibe to it. If I'm out and about, I can go live on YouTube where we just kicking it. Boom, I'm just out. We out and about, whatever the case may be. It might be when I'm out with the homie. I got the whole shit going. We kicking like what's good with it for not for a long period of time, but just for a little bit of time. So people like, oh, they out in the streets. So I think that's pretty dope to kind of bridge that gap as well. I think that's pretty cool.
they want to see it. With you doing the tour right now, does that make the content a little easier? Because now you're saying, man, they can see the sound check, they can see the meet and greets, they can see the pieces of the show.
Yeah.
That right there is like, that's the ultimate backstage experience, right?
Yeah, and it's dope because I haven't been on tour in like 5 years. So I just, when you don't go on tour for so long, you don't really know how the turnout gonna be until you go out there. So me going out there and selling out 500 cap venues or 800 cap venues, and then also having 10 to 12,000 people watching, it just make the music just come full circle for me.
It's like you damn near doing like a forum or a crypto every night.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? As far as like eyeballs and attention and everything like that. And the tourists blame the chat.
Blame the chat, yeah.
Man, shout out to them, bro. Shout out to DDG, man. He been killing it for a minute. But that's what I'm saying, bro. There's a lot of money in content creation, dog. There's a ton of money in content creation. Like this, let's be 110% honest. It's not easy. So I want to be clear about that. Creating content is not easy. There's a lot of back end things that you have to do, but you also got to come with ready to work. You got to be willing to work. You got to be willing to put in the work. Now, I am the person of start somewhere and then scale up over time. Build the plane while you're flying it. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're not going to be perfect. I don't care who you are, who you think you are. It's never going to be perfect. You got to just continue to keep building, keep growing. You're going to mess up sometimes. You're going to stutter, but people want to hear that shit. People want to hear the real you, right? Sometimes y'all caught me plenty of times. I done fucked up. I done said some wrong shit. I done stuttered. I done a lot of shit. There's times where the video had fucked up during the live stream, which I hate, by the way, but it's part of the process. It's part of the growing pains that we all got to go through. It's gonna happen. And just like what DDG said, like, listen, I showed up every day, even if it was for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I showed up. I said what I had to say. And maybe that's something I need to incorporate too. It's like, all right, bet. So every day I'm gonna go live from my phone if I'm driving from work, or if I'm just kicking it, I'm gonna show up for about 10 to 20 minutes, say what's up to the people, and dip. Maybe, I don't know. We might do that. I don't know. I might consider it. But those are things that you have to look for, and also you have to also be willing to continue to keep evolving to get better, because it changed. mind you, YouTube already changed the algorithm for 2026, right? They don't favor the million subscribers. They don't favor that. They're favoring the smaller content creators now. So this is y'all time, especially if you're anywhere between 0 to 5,000 subscribers. This is your time to shine. This is your time to start putting out content and be consistent with putting that content out. Whether it's whatever day it is, if you say, listen, I'm gonna put out content Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that means you need to show up Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and make sure you got content up on each one of those days and be consistent with it, because that's what YouTube is favoring. Use your shorts to bring people in, get your shorts, and then have that. That's what's gonna bring people in the door to get them to your channel. Have your shorts up. Boom, you got your shorts. Now you take that and it'll lead them to your actual channel to watch your long form video, because that's where you're gonna make your money at, on the long form video, not the short form. Because the short form videos, it don't make you a lot of money. It don't. Versus the long form, that's where the money's at. But your short is to get people into the door to come watch your channel. Oh shit, I want to see what he talking about. I want to see what she talking about. It gets them into the door. Excuse me. And then of course, you got a whole lot of other back end stuff that you need to make sure you take care of too. But that's something I teach in the Patreon, right? So that's what it is. But there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money in content creation, man. I know a lot. It's not everybody's thing, and not everybody's gonna be successful at it. But I do believe that if you're gonna do it, this isn't, let me try this out just to see if it works. No, this is something that you need to plan for. Like, listen, I'm gonna do this long term. This is not a short term play. It's a long term play, and I'm gonna focus on it. And I'm gonna make sure I get really good at it and become the best version of myself that I possibly can be. So that's how I look at this content creation. So this isn't a short term thing for me. I'm gonna be around for a long time. I will be around for a long time. Just like he said, a lot of people, it seems saturated right now, and a lot of people will fizzle out. There will be a lot of people, but I ain't gonna be one of those people. It ain't gonna happen. Not happening. But hey, let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification, my good people. This one's gonna be a long video too.
Listen, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out either of these two videos right here. And make sure you share this post with your friends and your family.
Yeah, my good folks, man. Listen, tonight was dope. Well, not tonight, this morning was dope. This shit was cool. Who Carry Ferry, make sure you hit me up too on IG. If you got any questions for me. I actually do respond to DMs. So hit me up if you got any questions for me. What else I got? Make sure you support the channel too. I will be posting the video today too, so make sure y'all go and hype the video up, go and share, go like, do whatever it is that y'all do. Share with the people. Listen, I need my views to be going up. I need y'all to be sharing. I need y'all to be becoming members. I need y'all doing all of it. Like I said, we need 100 members in the ENG community, or we need 50 members in the Patreon, right? I think my Patreon is in my description, so you should tap into that. All right. So, and then also Cash App, $50, Super Chat goes $100. I don't think the Super Chat works after the live is over with, so you can always Cash Out 50 for the just for the support, man. Just for the support overall. You're really rocking with your boy, you'll support the channel. All right. So with that being said, my good people, I appreciate y'all. And until next time, I will holla.